Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 104 of our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play.
Yes, and apologies for the last part after doing some reviewing, as it turns out this is the pipe we need to go, so it was not, I was making it more harder than it actually was.
Yes, we were apparently making it hard on ourselves for no reason.
Because I did not know where to go.
Yes.
And it is hard for me to remember where to
It's okay.
go.
There are so many different tubes that you have to take at different times.
Yeah.
That it's like
yeah.
You can't memorize it all. I get it.
Yeah, but my goal for part 104 is to at least get to the next boss fight.
Yes, which that's true. We are going with another boss.
Yeah. 2 out of the 3.
Boss 203.
Yes, because this is a massive level.
And then there will be a few more levels, and eventually,
probably as painful as this, but
eventually
at least
we'll
they
have
mapped those levels.
And then eventually we'll have the final. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that they're like, oh,
yeah,
we're not gonna map it because it would be the size of a viewer.
That's. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
The twits chose not to map this level at all.
It's like, make a fold out. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care if
so the guide has not really been as helpful as it could be.
I mean, I get you need to make money, you know, strategy guide makers, but
yes,
if you can't do a good job, maybe don't make a guide for I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be rude.
So do I. I don't.
They overall are doing a good job, but there are parts where like they could have done much better.
Yes, yes. We're talking about a 25-year-old Dreamcast game.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I should be grateful because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're the only ones who made a strategy guide for Defender of the Future.
Most likely, yes.
I don't think the other brands touched the game, sadly.
Yeah.
Now, that's driving me crazy.
What's driving me crazy?
I think I mentioned it to you yesterday when we were watching Dragon Ball Z, where I'm like, my brain remembered King Kai saying something one way and the subtitle saying it a different way, and I'm like, I need to know.
Well, it's not too far.
Because I didn't I didn't want to. You know, guys, since I'm like intermediate level Japanese, I am at the point where I can occasionally correct subtitles. And that's not me bragging, it's just a thing, you know. I don't want to be able to correct subtitles. I want the subtitles to be correct.
From the get-go.
Yeah, so...
Fudge!
But I absolutely don't want to say the subtitle wasn't correct and I'm just misremembering, because, you know, most of the time I am paying attention to the Japanese, but sometimes when I'm reading the subtitles, my brain will tune out some of what I'm listening to, if that makes any sense. Yes. So I can't remember 100%. Because... And I mean, I even double-checked to make sure I was remembering the verbs properly, because I'm sure... And I'm sure some of it is like, you know, as when you're translating something, you do have that dilemma of do I make it an accurate translation, or do I write something that makes more sense in the English, in the translation, you know? Like in the case of doing the English, should I write something that'll make more sense to English language speakers, or should I just translate it as it is?
Yes, so we shoot right here, and that brings these 3 back.
Okay.
3 of whatever 8 arms giant squid kraken thingies that.
I honestly thought it was one of the octopuses, but
Yeah, I think it was.
the book called it a squid, so, but I'm like, I don't know, man. It looks like 8 arms to me.
Yeah.
But
one
I
of his
didn't.
cousins, maybe. Yeah.
I didn't actually count, but you know. So don't at me and go, it was a squid because it didn't have 8 arms. I don't know. I didn't count.
Well, to be fair, I think squids do have 8 arms, but they are shaped differently than octopus.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking it's not a requirement for squids. I'm not an expert with squids or octopus or octopi.
I certainly am not either.
Sorry, I know I was saying octopuses. Don't get upset at me for that either, please. I know it's technically octopi.
How come someone would get upset at you for that? Oh shoot! That was, failing
the
English
language.
Those guys, yeah, I hate those guys.
Technically, it's octopi. No, I'm kidding. But
at least this is a
I'm not saying all of you who say that would be like that. I don't know.
Don't worry.
Cartoon brain. You know?
Don't worry, my man. I know.
If it was a cartoon, that is the type of character that would be correct to me. You know, I really hope if I get a role in a big animation that it will have the vibe of a 90s or 2000s show, because...
Same. Well, especially 90s.
Yeah. Or, you know, or early 2000s show, because those shows just seem like they'd be so much fun to work with. You know, some of the... I mean, a lot of the kids' shows are still good, but some of them are just so... I don't know. They just feel different.
Yes, they do feel different.
And I'm like... something's missing. And maybe a lot of it is... well... change, trends change.
Yeah. Admittedly, there's a lot of questions I have about the decade after the 90s. Okay, so you just leap over it. Okay. There's something about that decade and the product, a lot of the products that came out that I struggle to come up with English words that can describe it.
Yeah, I feel like in the early 2000s it still was good, but perhaps once we were getting to the 2010s, or even like right leading up to the 2010s, there was definitely a shift. Ooh. There we go.
There we go. We finally...
Abyss of Inferno.
It took us that many parts, but we finally got to the next boss.
Yeah. Several years later. No, I'm kidding.
It feels it.
Feels like years.
Yes.
It's been 84 years. You must be the one who made the sphere... Sorry, it's hard to read some of this stuff.
Of resistance.
The sphere of resistance...
I know.
It did not wait for me.
It does not... Yeah, I don't like that. The text.
Rawr, 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 I am going to defeat you because you are the imposter. The intruder. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Both.
Member of the resistance. You must not resist.
Yeah.
You must be...
destroyed.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are big, aren't they?
They are, actually.
They're almost on their way to being orcas.
Yeah. Dolphins aren't related to whales, are they?
No.
Oh,
I mean, well, they have... I'll have to look. I think they might have some evolutionary similarities.
Yeah.
But they're technically a different class of...
sea mammal.
Exactly.
I do find that amazing, though, about dolphins, that they... Like, I think the one game said, despite the fact that they live in the sea, they breathe the air.
Yeah. And, it's interesting that... Because I read an article recently that they, researchers picked up on a dolphin-speaking whale. Which was, like, mind-blowing because we've never experienced hearing dolphins, speak in the way that the whales speak. They've always been, like, kind of similar, but they've been separate, distinct things. So to like find out that the dolphin is intelligent enough to mimic the whale's pattern of speech is just fascinating.
So, like, Echo was accurate in that they could communicate with each other.
It seems like it, yeah. And it's possible that the reason we've never come across this, or researchers have never come across this, is that there aren't many scenarios that necessitate a dolphin to speak with a whale, because for the most part they're just speaking to other members of their pod or other dolphins to say, hey, there's food, or let's, there's something dangerous here, stay away, that type of stuff. But perhaps this was a scenario where the dolphin did need to communicate something to the whale.
Amazing.
And it's just so cool, and I'm looking forward to what else we're going to discover about dolphins. They're just... Did we beat the boss?
Holy shnikes.
That was... Wow. Compared to the other guy,
how the bloody...
That was a cakewalk compared to the other guy. Oh my god. I know, wow.
I'm speechless.
And a big explosion. Do you smell furniture polish?
Where do you smell it?
I just smell something citrusy.
Well, I did put another cough drop in.
Oh, no, it's much stronger than that. It's like pine sol.
Really?
Weird.
Yeah, I have no idea. Poppy isn't doing anything like that, is she? Or your mother?
I wouldn't have been able to smell it from down here.
Yeah, you're right.
Weird. Maybe somebody outside is using something.
Maybe a ghost is in the room with us. So, hello, ghost.
A furniture polish smelling ghost.
Hi, ghost. Welcome to the show. We appreciate your company.
I guess you're trying to keep the afterworld clean.
Well, we appreciate that. Thanks. Sorry about that, ladies and gents.
But all the time we spent on that part, and then the boss just...
Easy breezy.
Yeah. What now?
Well... It was, quicker than I expected.
I mean, do you know what you have to do now? Are you like, I didn't know I would get this far?
Well, admittedly, I didn't think I would get this far.
Yeah.
At least try to guess.
Because I don't have the book out.
Right. And as we established earlier in today's episode, they notoriously did not make a map for...
Yeah, they tell you what to do, but they don't have a map.
Yes. Just guess on how to get from point A to point B.
They're like, it would be a Buick, so just follow our instructions. You'll be fine.
Okay, bub. Sure.
I'm like, no, get in the Guinness Book of World Records for longest map in strategy guide. Just do it.
Yeah.
You could have made a name for yourself. People would have been talking about you now when we're no longer buying paper strategy guides, at least not as much. And, people like us are, but
especially
and collectors are. But,
strategy guides these days are so expensive, and they're book shapes.
Yes.
Like literal books, whereas...
Yeah, like the strategy guide for Tears of the Kingdom is like a hardbound book. And I'm like, that is unnecessary.
Yes, it is.
You're just doing that to charge more money. Because I've bought enough books to know that the hardbound books cost more. Don't be so stingy.
Yeah.
Or not stingy, but what's the word? Don't be extravagant just to take advantage and charge more money.
Gotcha. I was tempted to make a joke from Lazy Town, but thanks for saving me from doing that.
Now I'm kind of curious.
Oh?
What was your joke?
There was a character in Lazy Town named Stingy, right?
Yes, I remember Stingy.
Yeah. So I was going to make a mention that, we didn't really care for him that much on Lazy Town.
Right.
We certainly didn't care for that one lady who was really rude.
Yeah, I had just realized that stingy was the wrong word, that's why I corrected myself.
Right, and that's why I tried to shy away from making that joke.
Yeah.
Because if it was unnecessary, then I would just come off sounding crazy, wouldn't I? If okay.
It's okay. It was a good show. It's one of those shows where I was outside of the demographic, and I still enjoyed watching it.
I too enjoyed watching it. Even
the puppets were kind of creepy, but it was a good show. Robbie Rotten was hilarious.
Yes. He was so hilarious. At times, Dad thought that he was Jim Carrey, but we then found out, no, he wasn't.
No, Icelandic?
He was Icelandic, yes. Icelandic.
Or however you pronounce it.
Yeah,
and very...
talented singer and dancer, I can tell you that.
Yes, and very tragically beautiful.
Yes.
He, the guy unfortunately had cancer, so he was recreating the "We Are Number One" song, which was like a big meme, and fans were actually, donating to him for his treatments. So, a beautiful case of the fans coming together and doing something, and he did something for them as well. And he brought back. He had the actors with him who played Robbie Rotten's lookalikes.
Oh wow!
Clones, I guess. So he actually got. Unfortunately, we couldn't get. I don't think they got Sporticus.
Oh no!
I don't know where Sporticus's actor is now. He didn't really sing or do anything in that scene anyway. They were just trying to catch him, and he kept eluding their capture. But it still would have been kind of cool to see him again.
I always thought that the three human characters on that show had a great dynamic, especially Sporticus and Bobby. Polar opposites.
Yes. I mean, I would have even liked to see the actress who did Stephanie,
yes.
Even though she's an adult woman now.
Yes, she is an adult woman now.
Yes.
I think eligible to be the mayor of Lazy Town by now, that her uncle could now retire.
Yeah.
Even if he was played by puppets.
That's right.
Yeah.
Puppets deserve retirement.
They do. They deserve retirement benefits and all the fanfare and whatnot as well. I mean, I think of the Muppets fondly, so yeah.
So do we know what we're doing?
I have an idea.
Okay.
We probably will have a better idea by episode 105, but
yes.
It seems like there's like in the previous part, there's a special pathway that we have to take to get through some more tubing. Because this spot leads us to a bubble.
Yes, I see.
So we hop into the bubble.
Just no more tubes.
Yeah.
No more tubes.
Well, my heart's saying that, but my mind is reminding my heart these are different tubes.
It's okay. It's okay.
And we're almost at the end of this ordeal, so
yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
It's just right now a pain to get into that bubble that I was able to get into a couple times. Okay. So yeah, this is some more tubing, and as you can see, there's some bubbles, just like last time, except
Looks like it's getting darker.
yeah. So I think we're making progress.
Yes.
And yours truly forgot I should aim higher than the thing that I was aiming to shoot at.
Yes.
Because Echo can fall like a rock if you miss your aim.
Yes.
I apologize, everyone. I've been trying and failing to drive this poor dolphin.
It's okay. You're doing the best you can under these circumstances.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. We've been playing Echo games since the show started, and
yes. So we want to finish, even though it's not an official trilogy, it is the trilogy we got. So.
yes. And
We wanted to finish.
we have, yeah, I can safely tell you, you pointed out to me that we have fans who actually really love this video. And to be fair, I think, as painful as this video series has been, we're like one of the only channels that I know of, apart from some of the other Let's Plays, that are doing an in-depth modern play of Defender of the Future.
Yes, because I feel like other people played it, but they didn't really do the Let's Play style.
Yeah.
And that was quite a while ago, too. There hasn't been anything recent that I have seen anyway.
So, yeah, so in a way, we're doing something, in a way, we're kind of doing a service.
Yes, and it's very unique, you know, like the one commenter said, like, oh wow, this is a true Let's Play, you know.
Wow.
Which is...
That's a huge honor. I'm touched.
Yes.
We're both touched.
Yes, you know, mentioning, like, how long we've spent on levels and, you know, seeing all the mistakes that, we do that. We're not like, oh, we're only going to record if we can do it perfect, you know. We're not. If we were doing that, we would be here forever and we would have very little to show.
Yeah, you and probably I would have to help you edit it down to the bare important stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, if we could do things perfectly, we would have already finished this.
Yeah, we would have finished
play.
this, I think, a year or two ago.
It would have been maybe 30 parts tops.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But to be fair to us, I'm playing this game for the first time.
Yeah.
And I started 2 years ago.
Yes. And we feel...
That's where I came, so I can't
we feel relieved that there are some viewers out there that appreciate the way we're doing it.
Thank you, viewers.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Because we had we were worried that there were people that, you know, don't like to see failure, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, you not succeeding. And yeah, I'm sure after a while, maybe it got a little tiring, but we do appreciate you guys sticking with us and, you know, seeing us eventually succeed. And
yeah,
maybe in that way, we're kind of like more organic. Maybe we're kind of like underdogs. Maybe that's why.
Thanks.
The underdogs that eventually succeed.
Yeah. We're a lot like that time. I know it was that time that they were rooting for us because they wanted us to succeed.
Yes.
So, if that's the case, then we should work hard and succeed.
Yeah. And yeah, we've taken a few breaks here. Yes, we have
taken mental health breaks, yes.
And we appreciate you guys for like encouraging us. And
thank you.
And the one guy, I remember that one time, and I think the reason I sounded so stressed is because I did get a migraine in that part.
Yes.
But the guy was like, "You guys seem stressed, just relax." And it's like, normally, yeah, I just had a migraine, so I was having a really bad time.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, those of you who are fellow migraine sufferers know that you like, it's not a headache. It's not even just a bad headache. It is like, oh my god, I feel like I'm dying. And
yes.
Automatically your life becomes like 10 times worse. Like in that moment, you're like,
yes,
all I want to do is curl into a ball. Because, especially because when I get migraines, I get visual disturbances, like, I don't know exactly how to describe it. They call it an aura, like what you see in front of your eyes.
Oh.
It's kind of like bands of color. It can be bands of color. It can be like, you know what the shadows look like when you've been outside and you go inside to a darker room?
Oh god.
It can be like kind of like that, but it doesn't go away. It's just there.
I hated that when I was a kid.
Yeah, so imagine like having that in front of your vision, or like with me, I kind of see like sometimes it's like these like white bands that just make it hard for me to focus my vision on anything.
Oh god.
Yeah, and nausea and motion sickness often come with it too, so yeah, not a good time. So if I seem stressed, it's because I was having one of those times.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just grateful that, you know, knock on wood, I don't get them super often, but when I do, oh man.
Yeah. It's not pleasant.
Because, I mean, headaches, like, I understand the difference between headaches and migraines. I'll be real with you, I do have a headache every single day. That's just, I don't know why, but that's how it is. So yeah, I definitely know the difference. You know, with a headache, I kind of just push through unless it's really bad. With a migraine, I always have to hope that I'm not busy doing something so that I can afford to not do anything because it's terrible. So yeah. But anyway, we appreciate your encouragement when you give it.
Thank you, everyone.
And we appreciate that so far we haven't really, for the most part, haven't had people like get super critical.
Yes.
We have one person on our Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's Play.
Oh yeah.
And you know,
that dude.
He was saying it in a different language, and apparently didn't think I'd know the correct language to use in Google Translate, but I did.
Yeah. Google Translate may have its limits, but we can gather what?
Yeah, he probably assumed that that I would not realize, or at the very least, I would think he was speaking in Chinese. But I'm like, no, I know enough to know that it was Vietnamese because Vietnamese is it kind of is like Chinese with written in the European alphabet.
Right.
So, all right, we are actually out of time, so we will stop here for now.
Yep.
And we will talk to you guys later.
See you next part,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.